right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to, I don't know, we don't have a name for this, but today it's Clinks and Geek, and we're breaking down strategies to crush your fantasy playoffs best ball contest. And very specifically, we're looking at Underdog Fantasies Gauntlet, or they got a few of these. They got a few of these tournaments. We're looking at the Gauntlet from Underdog Fantasy. It's a fantasy playoffs contest that they're running, which is really cool, and it's got some interesting rules that I don't think most people who are entering it know. And that is the edge, right, Clinks? Because the fact that me and you didn't know, and we had to like dive deep and actually contact the website people.
We had to get our guys on the phone.
I had to get my Underdog guy on the phone. Like, dude, how does this contest? I can't figure it out. So we got the skinny for you.
And
right?
Geek, when you say people don't know, like people don't know, like the vast majority, I'm talking 95% of people that enter this contest have no idea what they're doing.
Can we also start with the fact that half of the entries were drafted before the regular season was over? Like, how anxious are you to draft that you've got players from the Chargers that did, like, what are you, stupid? Right. Wait. So impatience is a virtue. There's Tattoo. Tattoo, by the way, is in every best ball league that I'm in. He was in all of them.
I love that.
Yeah, he's in all of them. I got a few with you too, Clinks. I got a few too with you. So, how did your regular season best ball go?
It was good. I got one entry into the final tournament on DraftKings and ended up getting like 30th place. Oh, so that it was good. It was respectable.
Great. That's great. It's a great fit. How much is that worth?
I think it was $5,000 at the end of the day. So, but the worst news, Geek, is that you smoked me in our best ball 10-man leagues.
I crushed them. So I was like, I didn't, all of the ones I did pretty much live in streams. So, or everything I did was like that. So I only wound up in these $5 and $3 ones, but I did like $88 in and like $270 out. So it's a good ROI, even if the numbers were small. But all right, let's get right into this. And I want to talk about some of the rules that are crazy in this thing. We'll bring up your article, 10 tips to crush your NFL playoff fantasy best ball tournament, as well. And we'll reference this along the way. Guys, if you're not signed up already, by the way, for Underdog, and you're going there right now to sign up and you want to play this contest, make sure you put promo code DFS Army in there. That gets you a $100 deposit match. So you can put $100 in there. You get 200, only first-time users. It's in the description as well. But you promo code DFS Army in there, and they match you up to $100. So you do a $100 entry, and you can get 8 entries into the Gauntlet, which, again, has about 50% of entries that have players from the Chargers.
And the Ravens and the Colts.
And the Ravens and the Colts. Like, what are you guys, crazy? Why would you draft your team before the games were over? Like, you're that impatient? Crazy. All right. So that's an advantage for us. So anyway, start with your 10 tips, and then we'll get into the crazy ass rule that I think is going to mess a lot of people up. But how can you effectively build lineups? You're unsure what the scenarios will shake up. This will help immensely. So, of course, have a playoff bracket in front of you. And here is a nice, convenient link to print one out. I've got that open. And Bobby, let's talk about why. Bobby's got it on paper. Let's talk about why this is so important.
Yeah, so basically, you are building a lineup of players that you hope will advance as far as possible. And so as we're drafting players, we want to avoid drafting guys in first-round matchups especially, because you want as many of your guys to go as far as humanly possible. And so by drafting people in the first round who are playing each other, you're guaranteeing that whoever you're playing, one of those teams, they're not advancing. So it's so important as you draft to understand the playoff seeding and the bracket and how matchups will shake out, especially those first couple rounds.
It's a combination of things, right? Because the first concept is you need to get past each round. And that's, I think, a part of the contest that we weren't sure about. You need to get past each round by being first place in your group in that round. Round 1, you got to be in first place. So if you draft a bunch of players from the Packers and the Titans, you're going to be out round 1 anyway, and then it didn't matter that those other teams might play a bunch of games. So that's really critical. And then you combine that with exactly what you just said. The last thing you want to do is take two teams facing each other, because if you have any chance of winning this tournament, so we're not talking about advancing to round 2, but winning it, you need to bring as many of your players with you, and you absolutely need to have a lot of players from the Super Bowl teams on, or you do not win, period. So let's go through a couple of these first round games. I got to get that distraction of that video out. I don't know what to do here. It's distracting me. But let's go through some of these first round games and kind of talk about teams to target and teams to avoid. So we were just looking at the bracket before, and obviously the Bengals are going to be a team that a lot of people are going to focus in on. And if you look at their bracket, assuming they can beat the Raiders, then they get the Titans, who I think people think of as the weaker bye-week team. Although I think the Titans are good, but the Bengals feel like they're a team that could beat the Titans. So you might get 1, 2, 3 games out of the Bengals, and then who knows? So I think the Bengals are an interesting team. Obviously, if you're stacking the Bengals, you really want to avoid the Raiders. Flip side is, I would say the Bills have a great shot of getting all the way to the Super Bowl, as long as they can get past the Chiefs in week 2. But the Bills have been the lowest hanging fruit for me so far in these tournaments. How about you?
Absolutely. Yeah, the Bills, they just, for whatever reason, based on the ADP, they're the easiest team to stack. So, and we'll talk about this later, letting the draft come to you is important. So yeah, no, I'm with you. The Bills, they are the lowest hanging fruit.
My teams that I've built so far are like extreme Bills stacks. It's like I got every player on the Bills: Singletary, Allen, Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Beasley. Knox. I was able to get the whole team.
Yep.
And by the way, you might be thinking that's stupid. No, it's not. So if you play that approach and the Bills make the Super Bowl, you're probably in this all the way through. I think, Bobby Wow, that people are avoiding the Bills because they think the Chiefs are going to beat them in the second round.
Which is silly. They could. I mean, sure, the Chiefs are a good team.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't avoid stacking the Bills. Not in a tournament.
No. Yeah, because sure, the Chiefs maybe will be favored by there might be a -3 favorite in that game, but I'll take a plus 140 for a team that, if they get past that one game, makes it to the Super Bowl, and now you've put yourself in a major situation to win.
Yeah.
So let's look over
real quick, Geek, super fast. Just a preface. Anyone watching this is going to sound like a lot of information, but I'm telling you, there is a huge edge. There's a massive, massive edge and a money to be made in this tournament. So hang with us. It's a fire hose, but I promise it'll be worth it.
Yeah, we love it. By the time we're done talking about it, the contest could be full. So let's hope there's still spot. And again, reminder, after we kind of do a little bit of this breakdown and strategy, I don't want to do this live while drafting, because I can't talk strategy and draft at the same time. It's like these drafts move extremely fast. But right as soon as we're done talking about it, we're going to do an actual draft in real time, in live and on screen. So we'll see how that goes. It'll probably be a shit show, though. It's really hard to do that while live streaming and talking it out with someone else. So let's look at the NFC side real quick, right? So you've got the Bucks. Who the hell are they playing in round 1?
You got the Bucks and the Eagles.
Oh, I need to scroll this.
There's a printable one, I think, if you scroll down a little bit.
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, there we go. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, here we go.
There's a link above there. Click the link right above that thing, right above the bracket.
Oh, okay, because I need to get these people are speaking and they're torturing my. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's much better. I'm like, so just to come back over to here. Obviously, the Steelers are the team that no one wants any part of. And the Eagles are a team that no one wants any part of, which is interesting. So again, looking at the NFC side, Dallas, San Francisco, Bucks, Philadelphia. I mean, Rams, Eagles. NFC's really tough. I think that the Bucks are the absolute favorite team that you'd want to stack out of all these. Bobby Wow, what do you think?
I'm with you. I like the Bucks a lot. I don't like the Cowboys 49ers as much. I prefer the Bucks, and then close second, the Rams and the Cardinals. Really, really interesting variety you can get with them as you're stacking later in the round. So those are my 3 NFC teams that I'm chasing.
Every single one of these teams has a chance to make the Super Bowl that I can make an argument for. So I can make a strong argument for Tom Brady. If you don't think Tom Brady got a good shot at making the Super Bowl and playing 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds, what I love about Brady is he's a little easier to stack because, it's Gronk and Evans, and then you got some like Turdley guys who are still around later. Tyler Johnson.
Yep.
That other dude who hurt his is that other guy who hurt his leg in
Grayson.
Is Grayson going to be back? I don't know. I don't know if I want to play him, but you can play these crappy guys. You can get them at the bottom of your lineups because games played is more important than anything else in this format. You just need live bodies playing games and scoring points. So,
and Geek, one thing too, before we move on any further, I don't know if we mentioned this yet. Obviously, if you play the Packers or the Titans, those players score 0 points in the first round. So there's 4 rounds of this.
This is the warning, Swaggy P. You could take Adams all day. But just keep in mind, he is not scoring points for you in round 1. And you need to advance past round 1 to play him at all. So you better damn well build a good team. Like when you take players from the Packers or the Titans, you pretty much need to get the late players from teams like the Eagles and the Steelers, pretty much knowing that they're not going to play the next round because you need teams to help you past round 1. If you don't get past round 1, you can have all the Titans and Packers you want. So every player you take from these two, I'm using my pointers if you could see it. Every player you take from these 2 games is one less player in your lineup that's playing in week 1. It's one less chance of advancing. This is the edge. Be careful. The people playing this contest don't even know this rule. I'm telling you, we had to write into Underdog to find out.
And legitimately, like you're in a group of 6 for the first round. If you do not get first place of those 6, you don't move on. Your lineup's done.
How does it work in round 2? You get like a bigger group that you're in or another group of 6?
You get a bigger group. So you end up in a group of 16 and the top 3 advance. And okay, so yeah, but round 1, that's so important. If you don't have enough people scoring points, you're not going to advance. And so it won't matter who you have stacked at that point from the
All right, so here we go. Understand the rules of the contest. For the purpose of this article, my focus is to understand the rules are simple. You get 10 draft picks to build a team that will count the scores of 5 players each week. So 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 2 wide receiver, and 1 flex. The top 5 scores each week at those positions are what count towards your final score. Teams will group together, and the top teams from these 2 groups will advance to the next round, 4 total rounds, where scores will be reset for your team will remain the same. This is really important. Your score is reset each round. You got to win each week. You got to win every week. Know your goal. So coming in with a strategy, Bobby Wow. I think the primary strategy that I use is, again, I'm looking to avoid any teams playing each other in round 1. I don't mind having a Bill and a Chief on the same team per se, but I do like to stack one or the other and not both. And in your perfect world, you're avoiding players from this. Like if I'm taking Chiefs, I'm avoiding Patriots, Bills, and Steelers. And hopefully, I don't mind like grabbing some Bengals, maybe a Raider, whatever it is. If they meet in the AFC Championship, I don't mind it. They have played 3 full games, and I just need to advance a full team of 5 live bodies into the Super Bowl, and I'm okay. That's why I said my strategy of getting 5 players from the Bills on one team if they go to the Super Bowl, I've got live bodies all the way, every single round, all the way to the end.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's the most helpful way to think about it is the quadrants. So who from this quadrant am I playing? Like you said, that whole bracket down there. And then from the top, who am I playing from here? Because again, yeah, you want players in as many rounds as possible.
This sheet needs to be open in front of your face the whole time so that you're understanding what's going on in front of your eyes. And like I said, I totally get why the Bengals are a popular choice. You can get them a little bit later, and they just seem like a real chance to play 3 games. I don't see them making the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're a dark horse, just like the Rams and the Cardinals. I think there's some dark horses here. Like you said, all these teams are competitive that we're talking about.
It's not the kind of playoffs like we had last few years where there's a prohibitive favorite. Even in the AFC, I do think the AFC is much more prohibitive, kind of, with the Bills and the Chiefs. But the NFC, Packers, Rams, Cardinals, Bucks, I mean, there's 4 or 5 teams. So I would say on the NFC side, you kind of got to pick one. I think it's the same way, though. You just YOLO it. Rams, Cardinals, pick one. Better hope they win and move on, or you ain't winning the tournament. Bucks in this bracket, it seems very likely to me that the Bucks could get there. But who takes out the Bucks if they don't get there? Imagine the Eagles beat them in round 1. Like, anything can happen. It's football. I think it's the Cowboys that take them out.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. What else? Know your goal. Stack appropriately. Advancing each round is obviously important. You like how I'm reading your article as if I'm taking credit for it?
Hey, that's okay.
Bobby, you wrote the article. You should probably read it.
All right. That's okay.
Break down stack appropriately. I'm not gonna read your article. You read it.
Yeah. So, the idea here again is what we've talked about. You need to be thinking about the end in mind. If you're playing the tournament, you're playing because you want to win. And if you want to win, you have to have both. You have to have players from the Super Bowl on your roster. And so when it comes to stacking, you have to be thinking, can these 2 teams match up in the Super Bowl that I'm stacking? And how likely is it? And so that informs who you draft. Does that make sense, Geek?
Yes. Yes. And
so if you let's say you believe that the Chiefs and the Cardinals are going to end up matching up in the Super Bowl, that's how you want to build your stacks, because you want as many bodies scoring points in that final game as possible to give you a chance to actually win. Any zeros in that last round, if you have to take a 0 in any of those 5 spots, you're in trouble. You won't win.
It's not trouble. You ain't winning. One thing I would add, because I've done this style of contest, although not exactly like this, if you end up getting stuck with like 2 players from a certain team, at that point, just embrace it. Yeah. Like, let's say you don't love the Rams. You're like, the Rams are going to lose in round 2 or round 1. You don't love them, but you wind up with 2 players from the Rams. Embrace it. At that point, Odell's sitting there staring you at the face. Just do it, or running back, whatever. Another player, Tyler Higbee late. Just do it. So when all else fails, I would say stick with the team that you already have a bunch of players from, because fuck it, might as well get full advantage if they do make it to the end. Because none of us know.
Yeah, we don't know. But there's 2 trains of thought here. One is you stack one team that you really think is going to go all the way. So for you, it's the Bills. You're making 5-man stacks with the Bills. Then you can spread out, 2-man stacks among 2 or 3 different NFC teams. And so if one of them makes it to the Super Bowl, now you've got, more chances to be live.
A little more diversification.
Exactly. The other train of thought is I want 2 primary stacks because I want the most guys alive as possible in the Super Bowl. And so you have a 4 or 5-man Bill stack, and then you have a 3 or 4-man Cardinal stack. And that's how you roll. So those are kind of the 2 trains of thought here when it comes to stacking.
Love it. And I think you covered it. Don't be afraid of the all or nothing approach. Just go all in on a couple stacks, but don't do it on the Titans and the Packers, because they ain't playing in round 1 and you ain't making it to round 2 if you don't have. So like when you see people loading up on Titans and Packers players, just know you don't have to worry about them. They ain't making it to round 2. You got to get past round 1. It's not easy to win round 1. Oh my God, the Rona. Everybody got the fucking Rona, dude. Feel better. Oh my God, Vinny's got the. Oh boy, the vid is going everywhere. You can't leave the house. Don't worry, you'll be fine, guys. All right, don't live and die by ADP. This goes without saying. The ADP is terrible on this. It's not terrible, but it's definitely off a little bit. Don't blindly take Cooper Kupp with the first pick. If you don't like Ram stacks, I'm down with Ram stacks, but I get it. And by the way, don't take Cooper Kupp and then take Devontae Adams on the same lineup, or players from the Rams and the Packers. They play each other in round 2. Don't do that. So let's see if we can remember this as we're doing our actual draft.
And you covered the number 8 too. Let the draft come to you. That might be the most important tip. As you're thinking about stacks, don't go in with a specific stack in mind, because you'll end up in a spot where you're like, oh my God, I've got one player from like 6 teams. This is terrible. Let the draft come to you. And like Geek said, play what's in front of you. If you weren't planning on a Ram stack, but you've got Odell Beckham and Matt Stafford in a later round, just take it. Like, we don't know who's going to advance. So stacking and correlation is the most important piece.
There we go. All right. So for the good times, you ready for this?
Can't wait.
Why is this video open in another window? Close that. Okay. We are going to do a gauntlet. I'm going to do it. Got my winnings. By the way, can we just, how do you show your
There you go. It's right there.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah. See? Wait, it doesn't show my entry fees. It just shows the win. That looks less sexy. I could have put in $1,000 and only made back $228. That's not exciting at all. All right, whatever. The gauntlet. You ready? Like, that was not the display I was hoping to show just there.
Some quick math and you got there. It was still a little sexy.
All right, we've got 2 spots filled. So again, are we doing DraftKings playoff best ball? What was your opinion on the DraftKings game, Bobby Wow? It was that you didn't like the contest size?
Yeah, so DraftKings, they had one contest out there, and it was like a $20 or $25 10K to first. And so it looks like they threw another one up. That one filled. Now they got a $20 20K to first. And yeah, I don't know. I think just the payout, the rake, everything's better on underdogs. So that's the format that I like a lot more.
Okay. I mean, that's playoffs. I've always been an underdog. I like underdog, their format. Oh, another thing to note, as this thing is filling fast. Oh boy, we are fill. Oh shit. As we're filling fast, this is Fanduel style scoring. So yes. Half point PPR, half point touchdowns are king. And again, let's take, we got the turn, baby. I'm good with that. So that'll be interesting. We are on the 5-6 turn, or on the 6-7 turn for our first pick. And notice the ADP: Cooper Kupp number 1 overall, Devontae Adams number 2. And already I'm telling you, Devontae Adams number 2, like Devontae Adams got to go. He doesn't play for you in round 1. In round 2, he's going up against Jalen Ramsey if the Rams win that game. So there's some risk with him. Sure, round 3, he's amazing if he makes it there, but he got you a 0 in round 1, and possibly kind of like a below what Adams normally gets type score in round 2. So draft starts in 5 seconds, but be careful with the ADP, because there are risks with that. But listen, Cooper Kupp is a great player, but I don't think I would probably take him with my first pick. I'd probably go with a Tyreek Hill or even a Pat Mahomes down there if I had the first pick. But let's what do you say, Bobby? Why we just let it come to us and we'll talk it through as it's going along, because we're gonna have to make quick decisions.
Yeah. And so when I'm last, one of the things I look for is someone leaving Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes on the board. There's 2 of those guys left on the board. I'm taking both of them back to back. So as we're looking here, different strategies for different spots, but that's the first thing I look for at spot 6.
There's Hill. He's gone.
And chances are they won't be there. But like you said, there's going to be Mike Evans, Brady. available. There will be probably Diggs and Josh Allen available too.
You want to do a Brady Evans turn?
Or you want to do who do you like from the NFC? If you like the Bucks,
I love Allen Diggs, but I already have that one. But I don't mind doing another one where I load up on the Bills. I really think the Bills are the sharpest team to load up on. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. They're gonna give it to me. I think we take it.
Take Diggs and Allen.
Yeah, let's just take it.
Because Evans is gone already.
Yeah, we can't get a stack. So, and by the way, I wouldn't mind a Bengal stack, but let's see if we can get the Bengals or some Bengals players on the next run. Because with our Bill stack, we'll be able to pull players from the Bills, the rest of the team, a little bit later down the road. Although Devin Singletary is somebody we want to get before people realize that he's good.
He's the guy I'm looking for next. That's for sure.
You think this next round we're going to need to? Yeah, we got a little ways to wait. So let's see how this goes. So we got Diggs and Allen, S. Penny. There you go. Mahomes gone. A-Rod gone. Wow. I think it's too soon to take him also.
I think so too. And same with Derrick Henry. People take Derrick Henry early. What we got to be thinking through now is who's the NFC team? Who are the NFC teams you want to think about targeting? So when people start coming up, you have an idea.
It'd be the Rams, but we won't get Cooper Kupp with them. We can do the Cowboys or Kyler and his guys. Cowboys always work.
I'll tell you this.
We might be able to double tap Cowboys. Like we might be able to double tap CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott when it gets back to us. Here you go. So here's your Cincinnati guys, right? And again, no one's really paying attention to stacking. They're just taking randomly the best available player, which, I mean, what do you think about like just approaching this? Like, I just want to get past round one and get my $50.
It's certainly possible. I mean, if people were stacked, if they were smart and stacked, it'd be a more viable strategy. The problem is people are so random as it is. There's really no control. So
yeah, Lamb is now gone. Lucky that way. So no more of that. Lamb is gone.
And Geek, I don't mind only sticking with one QB. Like if you think we're building a 4-man or 5-man Bill stack, they have to go to the Super Bowl anyway for us to have a chance of winning. So you're going to need Josh Allen. I mean, I don't mind sticking with one QB.
I think if Gronk is left to us, we grab Gronk and hope that they're the NFC team that gets there.
Who else is available at running back as well?
Singletary is there. So, I mean, we can get... Oh, no. Did they take him? Oh, shit.
They took him.
Fucking take another man's running back.
So if it's... Yeah, that's not good.
All right. That leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
All right. Yeah. Hit that wide receiver button too. So we know both.
I think we got to take Gronk with this first pick. AJ Brown, T. Higgins, Darrell Williams. Can't trust that at all. All right. Well, we have 2 picks. I can't even see the timer, so I'm just going to grab Gronk.
You got 10 seconds. All right. You're good.
Where's my timer? All right. So I wouldn't mind getting a running back here. Aaron Jones, no.
I might take Dawson Knox here.
You just go all in.
I would say, yeah. I mean,
I think Gronk. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. It's a lot of tight end action, but YOLO. Let's do it. Double tight end. Double tap. Bills. Bucks. All in. See, it happens fast. It's hard to talk it out with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh, you don't know. What do you think?
And so here's what's going through my head now. We don't have any running backs. And the starting running back for the Bills is taken. The starting running back for the Bucks is taken. So we're going to need a tertiary stack here with a running back. And it's probably going to be the Rams or the Cardinals. You can get James Conner a little bit later. You can take a shot on Cam Akers a little bit later. But we're going to have to target one of those teams.
We definitely need running backs, especially early on. And there aren't that many good running backs in this playoffs. Notice Clyde Edwards-Helaire went, which means Darrell Williams. I guess Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not hurt.
He came back. He practiced again.
Yeah, so we can't trust Darrell Williams at all. A.J. Dillon, I really don't trust him either. The running back group gets really ugly really fast now that I'm watching how this is going. What about, Elijah Mitchell? Who's he playing week 1?
Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't hate it. Mitchell.
If you want to go silly a little bit, I would go Cardinals because you can get all the Cardinal starters here and create a really nice 2 or 3 man Cardinal stack.
You want to do Connor?
I like Connor a lot.
Okay.
If he's available. I don't know that he's going to be available.
Let's see if he's there. I would go either Connor or Mitchell. I want guys that I think have a shot at 2 games. I don't think Sony Michel is necessarily the starter for the Rams at this point.
No, Akers. I would go Akers over him, and you can get him way later.
Yeah, so maybe we'll take that as like a late kind of flyer type pick.
I'm just saying, I'm thinking Super Bowl matchup right now. So Bills, that's one of your teams we're banking on to go to the Super Bowl. We don't have a running back for them. So unless you're punting with Zach Moss, we need a stack in the NFC that we can at least root for to go to the Super Bowl with a running back.
If we don't make the Super Bowl with our running back, we ain't winning this tournament.
So unless you think the 49ers are going, I would avoid Mitchell.
Well, by the way, Deebo Samuel, very late. I think the 49ers can make it a few rounds, but I would probably say the Cardinals have a better shot.
I would say, yeah, give us James Conner then. If Spenny's not going to take him, maybe he's watching this.
Spenny could be in the audience, for all we know. Gabriel Davis. He took another one of our players, but who takes Gabriel Davis when we're the ones stacking the Bills? All right, so
what wide receiver you got left?
Odell, if we want to go Rams, but we can't play Rams against the Cardinals. Aren't they playing each other?
I would go Kirk.
Think Kirk? Yeah, let's keep building off of that.
He's WR1.
Yeah, we build off of Arizona. That's cool. Connor Kyler. Wait, Kyler is not on the board, is he? Oh, we could have taken Connor too. We could have taken Kyler.
Yeah, but again, 2 QBs. We already know we need Josh Allen to go to the Super Bowl. So if he's not scoring enough, you're probably hosed anyway, right?
Yeah,
so
true.
We don't need to waste the spot with the second QB necessarily.
I love it. All right, so we got one running back. I wouldn't mind backing that up, but let's take a look at our team so far, right? We got Diggs, Gronk, Knox, Kirk, Connor, and Allen, right? So if Buffalo makes it all the way, 4 games, we've got Allen, Diggs, Knox scoring for us the whole time. We got Gronk just straight up for the, so if the Bucs make it, then we've got Kirk and Connor in that other bracket. They're not conflicting with each other because where is it? Gronk is down here and our Arizona bracket is up here. So they'll meet 3 games in. We don't have to worry too much about them. Tyler Boyd, Byron Pringle already gotten off the board. We're getting to the ugly zone. Interesting. No one wants to take Kyler. I might have to grab Kyler here, I think, if he's still there.
I don't hate it. Yeah. So the other thing is, now that we're so deep, you can hedge a little bit, and like we can take a Cam Akers, Odell Beckham stack if we wanted to, or a Cam Akers, Van Jefferson stack. So that way, whoever comes out of the Cardinals Rams bracket, we're still alive. You got the Bills on the AFC side. We can hedge a little bit instead of going all in on the Cardinals and take a running back wide receiver combo from there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it also might help us win week 1 if some of these guys kind of go off. It's really critical to also make sure that you try to win week 1 because you want to win week 1.
There's no way he'll be there, but if Beckham's there, he's the first guy I'm grabbing with the next pick.
I think Van Jefferson is like almost equally as good.
Or Vanny. Either way.
And by the way, if we can get Cole Beasley on the next run, sure, more Spenny. Spenny's been my our nemesis.
Beasley he'll be there.
Oh, Spenny, he left us with Odell. So, all right, I think we could do this. How about Odell and Cam Akers? I don't love Cam Akers. This is I'm crediting you with this.
It's okay.
Boom. You get the Cam Akers credit.
So now at least we have 2 workable stacks, right? So we're giving ourselves as many chances as possible to have a 5-player team come the Super Bowl round. That's the goal, and we're doing that well.
So it's funny, we actually broke a rule, but it's a really interesting way of breaking it. I don't know if I like it or not, but essentially we got 2 players from these 2 teams locked into at least making it 1 and with a chance to make it all the way. Very interesting.
It's kind of like a hedge. It's his own version of a hedge.
No one taking Kyler. I guess the thought process is if you have a quarterback, if you have your Super Bowl quarterback, you don't need a second one.
It's just a waste of a spot because you only get 10 spots.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't agree.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm on WoW's side here, Hunter. I think if you're trying to win the tournament, you got to assume that your quarterback, your primary quarterback, carries you to the Super Bowl. And so, if that's going to be Josh Allen, cool. Let's not waste spots on anyone else. Like basically, you accept when you do this that if your guy isn't taking you to the Super Bowl, you ain't winning the tournament anyway. So what does it matter? Like for us, the way we set this team up, if the Bills aren't in the Super Bowl, we're not winning the tournament.
Yeah. No, that's the risk you take. So Geek, here, just to throw it out there, I think Beasley is a very intriguing pick. If we want to fill out that buck stack, maybe you take Tyler Johnson and punt with like a Gio Bernard because Ronald Jones is going to be out. So maybe you take TJ and punt with Gio.
What about Ron Jones is out?
He's doubtful. Fournette's back. So this is a punt. This is a punt situation. But I'm punting with Zach Moss or punting with Gio, so I can have 3 teams with at least a running back and a wide receiver.
I can't do it.
That's fair. I'm just throwing out strategies that go through my head. Yeah. Don't feel like you have to do any of it.
What I do like is Cole Beasley. So I think we got to grab Cole Beasley and finish up our Buffalo full team stack.
Because we've got 2 spots left, 2 picks left.
This is it? Oh, this is our last 2 picks.
Yep.
These go fast. So we close out our team by having Beastly. It's amazing. There's still a lot of good players. And maybe, I mean, it'd be too many tight ends, but I don't hate tight ends in the touchdown counts more than anything format. But
Ertz or Higbee, honestly, man.
Yeah, I honestly don't hate having too many tight ends. I actually don't think that's the worst thing that could ever happen. I think it's bananas that Kyler Murray is still here, though. It's so crazy.
It's because we took the 2 stack guys. We took Connor and Kirk.
Should we just take Kyler and say, fuck it? What if that team makes it all the way?
Yeah, but then, I guess. But then if the Bills and Cardinals meet up in the playoffs, you've wasted a spot with one of those quarterbacks, or in the Super Bowl, I mean.
Yeah, but maybe it helped carry you there. I don't know. I think you're right. But I don't have a time. 11 seconds. Can't.
Do you got Beasley? Where's Beasley?
Chase Edmonds? You want to double down? No.
Go Higbee or Ertz. Higbee or Ertz. Put a star on him.
Oh shit! What? Oh no!
Hey, we got Kyler. Oh well, that could have ended up worse.
All right. See, that's what I'm saying. You're talking it out, it becomes crazy.
I mean that's fine.
I agree with you though. As I'm looking at it, I do think that it's a mistake to take 2 quarterbacks unless
don't leave the screen yet, because we can look. Just see what other people are doing here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my primary strategy is stick with 1 QB so you can fill out your roster with.
And by the way,
guys.
And yes, Hunter, on DraftKings, it's a whole different world. There's more positions that you're playing every single week. Here we're only playing quarterback, running back, and 3 flex essentially. So you can actually just stack a single team and ride that one team all the way to the Super Bowl if you do it right. FanDuel, DraftKings. It probably matters more if a quarterback scores 26 versus like 23 or something. I don't think that matters for the most part here.
And here's what's crazy, Geek. So if we would have gotten Singletary, we would have had 5 Bills. We can play all 5 Bills in the Super Bowl if they get there.
Oh, I have my other team is like that.
Yeah.
I did that on my other. All right, so where can I see the
shoot. What just happened?
It just went to the end.
So go to one of your entries. Let's see if we can go to the league. Go to the gauntlet. That's just your overall exposures. Go to drafts. Completed.
Okay, here we go.
And then go down to the gauntlet part. There you go. Click that. See if we can get to the view full draft.
That's my first one. So I didn't realize I shouldn't take 2 quarterbacks.
So view full draft there.
Okay, here we go.
Then you should be able to click on different. There we go.
All right.
Can you move our pictures?
Okay, hold on. Let's get ourselves out of the way.
There we go.
Once again, they have it really weird where you can't see the full freaking draft board. You got to scroll it.
So like, look
at. No, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, there's always a solution if you stare hard enough. All right, so let's look at what everybody did in this draft. Radwell, these are our competition. Cooper Kupp, Joe Mixon, CeeDee Lamb, Dak. So he's got Dak and Lamb together. Dylan not playing week 1. Schultz, Lamb, Dak. So there's a this is a solid stack. The only he did okay.
But Geek, here's the problem. He stacked 2 NFC teams. He's got the Rams and he's got the Cowboys. So he's done. He can't win the tournament.
I don't see how you could win with 2 NFC teams stacked like that.
You can't. He's done.
Devontae Adams. So let's see, circling the horn or whatever that says. He's got Devontae Adams not playing week 1. Jamar Chase, love that. Stole Devin Singletary, inexcusable. Paired up Joe Burrow with Chase, then Boyd. So he did employ a stack here of Burrow, Chase, Boyd. Okay.
But then what else? I mean, he's got no AFC
lot of one-offs.
or no NFC stack.
Deontay Johnson. This is just one-offs everywhere. So again, I don't think that team could win a tournament.
It mathematically cannot.
It could advance past round 1, I guess. All right, let's see what this guy did. Tyreek Hill, Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette.
I love this. Okay. This guy's good. He made a good lineup.
Hill, Brady, Fournette, Clyde Edwards, all tied together.
And Pringle.
Popped a Pringle. Then he waited, got Tannehill, AJ Brown late. Listen, not playing week 1, got to get past week 1. But if they do, he's got a Tannehill, Brown, Julio stack. But the best part is he built it very late. Donta Foreman, this is a good lineup.
Love that one. That's very good.
He did good. Chuss, well done. Spenny, my nemesis. We'll talk about him in a second. Sports with Jim. So let's see what he did here. Oh,
I don't know what he did. He committed a cardinal sin.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You ever hear that song?
Yes. Right, he's got 4 guys with zeros.
I mean, he's starting off week 1 with a 0, a 0, a 0.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
A 0. So it's not going to be easy for Sports with Jim to advance to round 2 to take advantage of all of these Packers. That's the problem with this tournament.
He doesn't have any stacks either.
They're not stacked.
Outside of the Packers.
A 1-off on Travis Kelce. Not playing week 1. A 1-off on Debo. That's my bike punk. Damian Harris, Sony Michel. Yeah, this one is, this one doesn't look good to me at all. He's not advancing past round 1. He's not even competitive.
No.
So nice team if he miraculously gets past round 1, but he'd need Derek Carr to have the fucking game of a lifetime. This is a real big ask.
No, he can't. Yeah, he can't.
Yeah, it's not happening. All right, Spenny, our nemesis. Let's see what he did. Mike Evans, building a buck stack. Pat Mahomes brought it around to the Chiefs. Zeke. Wait a minute. Wait, Bengals.
I don't get it.
Bills. Non-starting Chiefs running back.
49ers. Packers. Cardinals. Raiders.
Yeah, so Spenny set up a team that maybe I think this could. I actually, you know what, Bobby Wow? I think this has a chance to win in round 1 and advance and get you the $50.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's not making it past round 2.
No.
And then what we did. So again, we built a team around the Bills. Allen, Diggs, Dawson, Knox, and Cold Beastly. We have almost the whole team, and if Spenny wouldn't have fucked us by randomly taking Devin Singletary, was it Spenny who did it? That fucker.
Yeah. No, it was Chus.
Oh, it was Chus. Yeah.
Or no, who was it? It was Circle the Horn.
It was that random guy. Maybe it was wait, where is Devin Singletary? Oh yeah. Oh, it's Circling the Horn. he wouldn't have screwed us, we would have been able to get the full Bill stack, whatever. So after the Bill stack, we've got Gronk.
Gronk was a one-off.
Just a one-off. All right, we got a one-off.
And just to show Galahad, you're right. You're right. But there were no other Buck stacks.
I think at one point
the draft come to us. Yeah, and we pivoted.
At one point, we tried to get Tyler Johnson. He was gone. We just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So it doesn't always work out. Sometimes, plus, maybe I took Gronk. Maybe I shouldn't have taken Gronk.
No, that was good.
I love Gronk in the playoffs. He scores 2 touchdowns a game.
Well, and he could easily get to the 3rd round and carry you all the way through, and that's why we've got the other stacks.
Yeah. So I think for our approach to work, essentially what we did was we locked in the Bills. We've got a player from the Titans, so we have enough.
Oh,
yeah, Spenny fucked us. We all know. Right. No, Spenny's dead. Spenny dead, but he ain't doing shit. But he's our competition in round 1. As weird as that sounds, as terrible as this team is to win a tournament, it's actually built with a bunch of one-offs that could totally win the first round. But in order for us to advance, we've got 2 players from Arizona and 2 players from the Rams. Arizona plays the Rams.
More than that, right? Who is our 9th pick? Oh, Kyler.
Oh, 3 from Arizona. 3 Arizona. 1, 2, 3. We got 2 Rams, 3 Arizona.
Yeah, again, you locking in the Bills, so if they stink and lose, we're done. But now we've got options on the NFC side, which is more up in the air. So I really like it, Geek.
Love it. So let me just answer Jeff. Obviously, this best ball contest is on Underdog. You can get a $100 deposit match. You go sign up over there using promo code DFSArmy. I actually put the link in the description to the video. I would also say, if you want to set up a fantasy playoff leagues with your friends, they're great. I love that league. I do it with my friends every single year, and fantasypostseason.com is where you find it. It's the only place I found that's set up for it. Although I gotta assume, I have to assume it's not. This is where you set up your own like season-long style league. I'll bring up the link here, just make sure it's still there. But I have to assume that that Sleeper is doing some sort of playoff format too, because they're usually on top of their shit. But this is, you go to Fantasy Postseason if you want to set one up against your friends, like a regular fantasy football league. If you want to play in this big tournament, you go to underdogfantasy.com. You use promo code DFSArmy when you sign up. You put in $100. They match it, so you end up with $200 to play with. Everybody in this chat, or most of the guys in this chat, played against us. Played like against me in these best ball leagues. Like, you know, they regret it because I fucking crushed it in the regular season. But like, we were doing these lives during the regular season, and it was a lot of fun. And, you know, I love best ball contests. I love them for full season long. And this keeps your playoffs fun. Like, you're watching every game like it's a fantasy. Dude, if you love fantasy, it sucks. Your season ended. I won all this money. I get it. Went out and bought a new Siberian cat. What? They're not cheap, Bobby. Wow.
I can't imagine they are.
It's a lot of money for those things. They fly them in from Russia.
God.
Like the sire is flown in from, like, the lady who's the breeder. She flies to Moscow to get a new, like, breeding cat. Like a boy. They call them the king. You get a new king. You only have to play one running back, Hunter. So again, we're a little screwed with running. I think this. I actually personally think that the running back's going to screw us. That's where we're going to lose.
No, we're good. We're good.
We just need our teams to advance. Essentially, with the team we built a team that says one of these 2 teams will beat the Packers.
Yeah.
If they do, then they need to beat the Bucks.
And I think they can. The Bucks are without Chris Godwin. They're without Antonio Brown. These teams are all beatable in the NFC.
The only team that's not live in the NFC, I'm not going to say it because, you know, I'm a friend of Ben. Do you know about this?
No.
I'm a friend of Ben. Like, the Philadelphia city has embraced me personally since I've been showing up in the Gargano, the afternoon radio talk show over there, Gargano in the afternoon show, and they've embraced me. And as a friend of Ben Franklin, who is from Philadelphia, if you don't know, not Ben Simmons. We hate Ben Simmons. I don't want to rip on the team, but of all the teams on the NFC side, the only team that I think is like dead in the water is the Eagles. I could even see the 49ers getting to the NFC champion. Not even past it, but like it's within the realm of possibility that the 49ers get there.
Yeah, I agree.
Dallas, who do you think is the most like? I think obviously the odds makers have Tampa as the Packers and then Tampa in that order.
Yeah. My favorite dark horses are the Cardinals and then the Bengals from the AFC.
Yeah.
Those are the teams that I think have a shot.
What I love about the Bengals, aside from how hot Burrow is right now, like there's no hotter quarterback for whatever that's where I think that means something.
Absolutely.
I think it means something.
The swag and the confidence they're coming into the playoffs with.
There's no hotter team than the Bengals. The Titans are this team that just we can't understand how they're even where they are. So I could totally see them losing their game. And the Bengals' path to the AFC Championship, it's just easier. Like these teams down here, obviously the Chiefs are going to destroy the Steelers in the first round. They're more dead. Sorry, Pennsylvania, but they're more dead than the Eagles. I would think that the Steelers have less chance than the Eagles. So, the Bills, I think, beat the Patriots here. But, the Bills against the Chiefs, that's a close game, in my opinion. I don't think that that's some game where the Chiefs are going to no, I think that's a close game.
Absolutely. And with the Bills defense, that'll be really, really good. I can't wait for that.
Hunter, how dark of a horse do you want? Are we going to say the Steelers? Like, Okay, here we go. Good question.
None of the above for me.
I don't think they win. I don't think any of them win.
I mean, maybe if I had to pick the Patriots because of Bill Belichick, but I don't like it at all.
How about the Raiders pulling one out of their ass? I think that's the team.
You think so?
But they had the problem is the Raiders had such an emotional win to get into the playoffs that I don't know, is the exhale a thing in the playoffs? Like they're just happy to be there. Like if this was a regular season, there's no way you win a game after what happened on Sunday. Like your next week, you always lose that game.
Yeah.
But it's the playoffs, so there's no time for the relax. I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah, if I had to pick, it's Raiders, Patriots, and no, I don't think Steelers or Philly has a shot.
I think it's the Raiders. If given this group, for me, it would be the Raiders. I think the confidence in the Bengals, it might be too high. That, the Bengals have been playing really well. I think that's the one. Yeah, no. If it was Big Ben against the Bengals, if this bracket was reversed, but the Chiefs will not be denied. Not by a team that can't score quickly. Like the Chiefs can lose a game to the Bills because the Bills can score just as fast as they can.
The Chiefs are 13-point favorites.
Yeah, they ain't losing that game. That's not happening. How funny is it when Hunter takes the video of this after they lose? Like, geek, they ain't losing that game. And then
you idiots.
Lose. Yeah,
that'd be so funny.
All right, guys, listen. Go play some of these gauntlets. Is there a cheaper one?
It just filled, so check tomorrow morning because it would not be surprising to see them post one more. It's a $5 one.
There's a Little Mittens.
There was.
Did you tell me that the Little Mitten was advancing 2 people per round instead of, which is weird, but 2 people after the first round instead of 1?
I think that was the Big Mitten. I think the Little Mitten's the same exact structure as the Gauntlet.
Okay. So build your team. Oh, there it is. Larry, see, this is what I'm talking about. They're going to take my friend of Ben status away and I'll be devastated. But you know what? If Patriots, the Bucs are operating, with a skeleton crew.
Is it fair to say, Geek, that if the Eagles won, we would both be thrilled? They're just not going to win.
Oh my goodness, yeah, because we didn't take anybody from like that wasn't the team that we targeted. But except for Gronk, but that's my dude. How stupid was Bruce Arians to like have the blow up with Antonio Brown right before the playoffs, like to pull the shenanigan, like, all right, dude, you want to sit it out? Fine. Not to say that Brown would have come back. He needed the surgery anyway, so whatever. But like, let's say that was all like it's just some silly shenanigans of like showing yourself to be a big shot. All right, get out of here. You're fired. One of these. And now Brady doesn't have a possession receiver in the postseason at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it were any other team, it'd be a much bigger deal. I think Tom Brady extinguishes all that crap. He's good at that, man. And Bruce Arians did that last year with Brady. I don't know if you remember. Bruce Arians, like the first couple of weeks, was riding Brady, calling him out, saying he was playing poorly, and look what happened. So any other team, Geek, I'm worried with the Bucs. I think they figure it out. Brady's had worse teams that he's won the Super Bowl with, worse pass catchers. He's got Gronk and Mike Evans, who are pretty dang good.
Healthy Gronk is key, but let me paint a horrible scenario. This happened to me like 5 years ago. I loaded up on Gronk week 1 of the playoffs. 90% exposure.
Oh, no.
90%. Had 150 lineups in. The first play of the game, amazing catch. Breaks his arm.
Oh, that's right.
I was like, Gronk's going to smash. I remember going, it was the last game of it was the final game of like the 4-game playoff series. And I had some beautiful Gronk. I had like 80. I was like, dude, I'm fucking cashing. I'm winning this one. Should I hedge? No. I want all the Gronk, right? And of course, the first play of the game, he breaks his arm.
Oh my gosh. Horrible. Gosh, that stinks.
It sucked. Why do I still remember that bad beat? It was like 5 years ago.
Because you always remember the bad beats. Always.
Yeah, it wasn't even like the worst of beats. It was just like, I had such a good, I was like in such good shape going into the last game, and I had so much Gronk. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to kill it. All I need is Gronk to do his usual 20 points. I think Gronk is going to lead us to round 2.
I think so too. And Geek, one more thing on that note. Don't be afraid to build for different scenarios. Build 10 lineups and, have 5 or 6 different scenarios so that after round 1, if your team's out, you don't have to be in that position where you're like, this sucks.
So let's say we just did a Buffalo like focused lineup. The next one, maybe you do either a Chiefs or a Bengals. Like you switch it up. So you do the whole Bengals team. It's really hard to get the whole Chiefs team on a team. That's the worst part about any sort of Chiefs stack. But you try your best. You play the Pringles. You play the Clyde Edwards-Hilairs, and you make yourself a Chiefs stack. Mahomes is almost always there in that, for if you want him. So you let it come to you. For my own mental sanity, I think you could really focus the AFC in building your big stacks based on the way these fall, and then just kind of mini stack the NFC side a little bit.
I love it. I think you're right on.
Because it's really hard to predict which NFC team is going to get there. So I think it's easier to know that you just have like the Bengals, the Chiefs, and
the Bills.
It's funny, we're ignoring the Titans. Remember the Titans.
Well, part of that is because I think they're a little bit of pretenders. The other part is they're a 0 the first round. So it's hard to get a 3 or 4 man stack of a team that is going to be zeros. Like it's hard to advance with that.
I think people are going to lose who try to do that.
Yeah, that's why.
Until their ADP really drops much, much lower than where it is. All right, I think we wrap it up there, guys. But by the way, if you have Derrick Henry, though, round 2, I actually think he's going to smash. And, the Bengals can't stop the run. Like he could go crazy. And I've seen the Chiefs and the Bills get run all over. What if it is the Titans?
It could be. So build a Titan stack.
No, I don't want to lose in round 1. I can't get past round 1 with the Titan stack. You have to build a Titans like Steelers stack because the Steeler guys are the only guys there late who might score well. So it's a tough one.
That's anyway. Complimentary. Get a 2 stack from the Titans and then get your NFC big stacks. There you go.
I gotta make a lot more of these because I need to cover scenarios. Write your shit down, people. Have notes. Each one you do, be like, yeah, you gotta write your notes. Like I did one, I did two. You gotta be deliberate. If you're not gonna think this through, don't do it. All right. Again, Underdog Fantasy promo code DFS Army gets you a $100 first deposit match. That means you put in $100 to explain, and you get $200. Pretty good stuff.
Free money.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. All right, good luck, everybody. We will see you. You know, I'm going to call this a bold call. This feels like a fantasy football podcast.
I love it.
One.
This was fun.
Yeah, I love this stuff. So, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night, Bobby Wow. Actually, me and you have a lot going on this week. I will be back tomorrow night with Gargano for the Wise Guys show. We're going to break down all the bets for the weekend. Love that. By the way, that dude, aside from giving me Georgia, making all this cream, like nailed another 5 winners last week. He's one of the sharpest bettors I've ever come across.
Go Bulls. Yes.
I didn't even know anything about the Bulls. I bet 2 units on it.
You bet the Bulls?
The Bulldogs.
Oh.
The Dogs.
I know that's what you're talking about, but the Chicago Bulls, man, they're so much more important.
No, I don't care about Bulls. What? Are we talking basketball? I'm talking about the freaking championship game, not some lowly one regular season basketball game. I had a rooting interest last night, and I didn't watch a college football game all year.
And you won because of Gargano.
Dude fucking called it. I was nervous. I texted him. They were down 13-18. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? He's like, just chill. 2 seconds later, I look at they're up 33-18. Okay, cool. Thank you. That was easy. Crushed it. Yeah. So I'll be back for the Wise Guys. And then DFS Army subscribers, fret not. If you're still with us after an hour of this podcast, you'll know that we're going to break down the 2-game slate. We're going to break down the 3-game slate. We're going crazy on the playoffs. Is it a 2-game? What do we call the second slate? It's another 2-game slate.
There's so many. There's so much. So the Saturday's a 2-gamer. Sunday's a 3-gamer. And Monday there's a game.
Yeah. Is it a 4-game? Are they combining the Monday and the Sunday? Is there a 7-game? I don't know. I got to look through all the contest styles and see which ones the sites are kind of promoting as big contests. That's the one we're going to focus on. It'll probably be a 2-game, a 3-game, and then a showdown. That's kind of how I see it go. And that's what I prefer.
Geek, we're already on it, man. We got the 2-gamer covered, the 3-gamer. We got the showdown each night covered.
Yeah, we got it all covered. It's
already up.
Already up. You guys are crazy. All right. Awesome. So we will be back. Good luck, everyone. We'll see you guys next time. Deuces.